Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called Cuphead. Cuphead, Fast Rolling Dice Game is the full name. It's from the OP, or originally USAopoly. Plays 1 to 4 players, 20 minutes because you're doing some real-time dice rolling. And this is based on some kind of video game. I'm not up on all that. I know it is a video game. Let's see if it's in the book. Cuphead and Mugman, they're in a real pickle. So, yeah, I don't know what the video game is, but there's Cuphead, Mugman, and in this there's Ms. Chalice and I think Elder Kettle or something like that. Just different art. And what you're doing in this is you are effectively rolling dice, cool custom dice. They're going to have different symbols and all that kind of thing, to try to defeat the bad guys that are going to show up. And then there's 8 different decks of bad guys. Each deck has 3 different bosses, so 24 different bosses. And if you can defeat all 3 of the bad guys in a deck, you win. You'll score some points, see how well you did, then you can move on to a different deck. So you're going to be unlocking, kind of progressing it as you go. You can just jump around to whatever you want. Each box is going to have different rules, maybe. May add some different components in, but yeah, you're just rolling dice, fighting the baddies, trying not to die. So that's enough talking about it. Let's go on the table, check it out. All right, so here's a game of Cuphead, all set up for a solo game. Solo game is going to look effectively the same as a multiplayer game. There's a few different rules, like you're going to use less hit points on the bad guy, and you're going to be using your Parry Tokens in different ways, but as a general rule, it plays the same. So the way that this game works is you're trying to roll dice to get different symbols, like this symbol right here to defeat this card. You need a jump to defeat the symbols and hit the bad guy. You're trying to hit the bad guy 6 times, in this case, before the action deck runs out. If you can do that, you can move on to phase 2. There's 3 phases in every bad guy. Now, the bad guy cards look like this to tell you how many health points the bad guy has and how many cards are in their deck. They normally stand back here, but because you can't see them, I'm just laying them over here, kind of like this. All right, now, to get started, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be rolling dice in 20-second rounds. Each of these locations on this board represents 1 of the 4 cards. So you see this first card's a Wallop. This card does not have to be fought. I could just ignore it and move on. But if I do it, at the end of the round, I will get to draw a Wallop card, which is going to look something like this. It may give you like some hit health points. It could give you an extra die face that you can use in another round. They're all good. So you want to get those cards, and they're also worth points at the end of the phase, or at the end of the boss. They're worth 5 points. So you're trying to score the highest amount of points to score from an A down to an F in a score. I mean, that's irrelevant to how the game plays, but that is ultimately the goal of the game. So let's go ahead and get started. I got my timer here, 20 seconds. You can do 10, 15, or 20. 10 is impossible. I don't know why you would do that to yourself, but we're going to do 20. So we're going to roll, and then when I resolve the dice, I'll kind of explain a little bit more about the game. So, and we will go. All right, so we'll do this. We're going to do a shoot. We need a run. We're going to shoot. We need a jump. 2 jumps. All right, and that's the timer. I set it to 10 minutes on accident. Whoops. That's not good. All right, so that was the timer. So we're done. So this is not good for us. So now what we're going to do is we're going to resolve the cards starting in left to right order. And any that we've completed the symbols, we dodge successfully. Any that we haven't, we'll take some damage. So let's go ahead and do it. So this first one, we did get a Wallop. So we'll take a card. Assign to a card slot before rolling to add 1 damage on shoot actions on this space. That's pretty nice. All right, so that'll help us. Then we're also going to shoot the bad guy at that location with a shot. We start the game with a pea shooter, deals 1 damage for a shoot action. If you use this die, the black die, the EX die, it'll be 2. But in this case, we hit him for 1. So he's now down to 5. All right, Then we go over here, we got to run. location, a run die. So we avoided that attack. We're also going to shoot him again for 2 or 1. So now he's down to 4. Now we didn't dodge this, so bad guy's going to hit us for 1. We didn't dodge that. Bad guy's going to hit us for 1. All right, that is the end of that. Then when you're done with this round, you slide all the cards to the discard like this, and you'll flip 3 more, or 4 if there's a wallop, but there shouldn't be any more wallops. All right, so now we only have to worry about this slot is effectively inactive here. So let's go ahead and go again. I set the timer correctly and go. All right, so we need a run and a jump. Run. We need a run. We need 2 jumps. There's a jump. All right, and that's the timer. All right, so anything that you have left, you can assign to try to finish, but I can't complete it, so that's that. All right, so I'm not shooting the guy at all, which is bad, but I successfully avoided this attack because I have a run and a jump. I avoided this one because I have a jump or a run. I did not avoid this one because I needed another run, so he's going to hit me for my 3rd health point. Now, in a solo game, there's a couple things you can do. If you have 3 parry tokens, which look like this, some of the dice are going to give you parry tokens. If you have those, you can get rid of all those to get 1 health point back and continue where you left off. If you don't have that, you refill to 3, and then you're going to start at the beginning of the bad guys. So if you were all the way at phase 3, you go back to phase 1 and start again. So just in this instance, let's just say that I did complete that, so we don't have to start over. So we completed all that. We're done. Now let's go again. I just want to kind of get to the end so you can see what happens. Okay, so we got that. We got 1 health point left. All right, so we will flip 3 more. Gosh, these double ones stink, man. All right, 20 seconds. We need a lot of runs and jumping, and go. So we got to run. I don't want to do that. Jump. And then a jump. And I need a run. Run. All right, and again, couldn't complete this card. I mean, it seems like it's easy, but 20 seconds is hard. So we avoided these 2 attacks. He's going to hit us for the 3rd time, so he pops us again. Let's just say we defeated it because I'm terrible at this game. Absolutely awful. So we defeated that. Now what's going to happen is we need to hit him 4 more times because I want to show you what happens if you can't do that. So at the end of this attack phase, if we don't kill him, we got to start over, and I'll explain what happens there. So this is an easier one. So we're going to get some parry tokens, which will be nice. So let's go. We need a parry. Parry, done. We'll do a shoot. We'll add this to the card. Then we need a run. Run. Got a run. We need a parry and a shoot. All right, sweet. We successfully did all that. Good. All right. So now let's do it. So we gain 1 parry token. So we'll go ahead and put that here. Then I'm going to hit him for 1. I'll add another here. So that'll hit the bad guy for 2. That'll get discarded. So we hit him for 2. All right. Then we avoided it with this one. I get another parry token here. And we're going to hit for 1. So he is down to 1 health. So I couldn't quite kill him. And that's that. All right. So now, what happens now is you take all the bad guy cards because we didn't defeat them. We shuffle all the action cards. And we took too long to defeat this bad guy. So we get a time token. That's going to subtract 10 points from our score at the end of this boss. So all 3 phases, we're going to lose 10 points. So we put these back here. Before we start a new round, we can get rid of 2 parry tokens to add a health, which I've already cheated, but that's fine. I'm just trying to show you how the game works. So we have 2 health. Then we'll go ahead and flip the cards again. I just want to kill this bad guy so you can see kind of what happens after that. All right, and then we will go again. So we need a parry, run, and jump. Parry, run, and jump. Parry, gun. And you got to assign left to right. I didn't say that, but you probably saw me not assigning out of order. So run. Come on, jump. Jump. Done. All right, so we got it. So we get a parry token. Do that. Hit him for 1, so he's now dead. KO'd. We avoided all the other attacks, so that's good. All right, so now, when you defeat the boss, you get rid of all the cards. And then you'll move on to the next boss. So this boss is gone as well. Now we're fighting the Onion. I think they have names. I don't know what the names are. You can go ahead and shuffle the action decks. And you will keep going again. So we will put these here and we'll flip. And we will keep going. And you'll keep going like that until you defeated all the bosses. Once you've defeated all 3 of the bosses in this deck, there will be a reward and there'll be some market cards that will unlock, which I've already played, so they're not here, but they're going to give you like additional weapons. But if it's your first time defeating the boss, you're going to get 4 coins. If you played this boss before and just playing it again, you'll get 1 coin. And you can use coins to buy additional cards. There's going to be charms, super art cards, and weapons. And you can equip a charm, a super art, and a weapon to your character. So every weapon's going to look different. So in this case, these attacks count as 1, but these attacks count as 2. But there's going to look different. Some of them may, if you put an attack on the last action card, it may add a couple of different attacks or something like that. So that's that. Then you're going to add up your score. The score is right here. So there's going to be hit points. You're going to get 10 points. So I would get 20 points. Parry, I would get 5 points. That's 25. If I had a remaining wallop, I'd get 5. But every time token, you lose 10. So I'd have 15. You look at your score. And a 15 is a C-. So I would get a C- for that. Then what you could do is, if you want to stop playing, you can save. This is me playing originally. I made the boss 4. You can put your name down, what character you're playing, how much gold you finish with, what cards you have in your supply that you could equip, and then your score. So I do pretty bad. I get a D every single time. So yeah, 10 points for me every single time. You just mark all that and do that. So if you want to stop, you can pick up where you left off. And there's tons of these sheets if you want to use them. And then there's 8 boss decks, I think. So you can put this boss away, get a new boss, and keep going. So that is how you play Cuphead. Let's go up the top, see what we think about it. All right, well, that was Cuphead. So let's talk about the components first. So I showed you the dice already. The dice are really nice. The black die, which is basically the same thing, but it's black, has the same faces. It's just different, so you know it's more powerful. The tokens are fine. They're just cardboard. So there's the coin. Here's a little time marker. The Parry tokens. I guess in the game you like high five the boss or something. I don't know. This is my favorite component. It's the KO tracker. You can track your health, the bad guy's health, and when you KO them, it'll show KO, which is pretty neat. The art is fine. I'm not super into it. I'm not invested into the art, but it's cool. It's got like an old, like vintage look to it. All the characters kind of look the same. There's no different player abilities until you start buying cards and stuff. But yeah, it's fine. So the production's nice. I have no issue. There's tons of dice. The dice are amazing. The dice are my favorite part, but they also the op also did Death Eaters Rising and Thanos Rising. Also has awesome dice, so they're pretty cool with the custom dice game. The rule book is fine. There's some. The only thing I wish the rule book had was specific clarifications of all the bosses, because sometimes it'll show up and it'd be nice to just see a lot of the stuff in more detail, like an FAQ sheet or something. But that's not in there. Just some questions that I didn't get answered. Another cool thing, there's these super art cards. They're going to be 4 like challenges. If you can do them, you can complete it. So the first one is open this envelope of all players complete a battle with 3 Parry tokens each. So if if I was playing, I had 3 Parry tokens, I could open this. And it's going to be like an extra charm or something like. It's a super art, but it's going to be something you can equip to make your life a little bit easier. So yeah, that's it. There's tons of boss decks. They're all in their own box in the insert. No issues there. The save sheet is neat. I showed you a little bit of that. If you want to stop in between games, you can write down everything, your score, what you have left over with coin wise and card wise. It's just neat. So production's fine. I like it. I like all that. Now let's talk about the gameplay. So I've played this only solo. So that disclaimer up at the top. And I've played through 3 decks. So I've completed effectively 9 bosses, because in each boss there's 3 phases of boss. They get a little harder as they go. Now, my issue with this game is 20 seconds of rolling is not enough time. It takes me, when I roll, I'll roll the dice here. It takes me at least 5 seconds to at least look at the dice. Maybe I'm slow. I don't know. So, I look at the cards, look at the dice, try to figure out what I want. Then I got to roll them all again. I got to keep doing that. And when there's 4 cards up there and you need to use all 6 dice, that is brutal, and it's not going to happen. Like you saw in the overview. I cheated a couple times just so we could keep going so I could show you some more things. And you have 3 health. It's really hard to acquire health in a solo game because you need 2 Parry Tokens in between rounds to turn that in to get a health. Or if you have 3 and you die, you'll come back where you are with 1 health. It's crazy. Like it seems too hard to do this as solo. And again, I've only played it as solo. It might be easier at higher player counts, but solo is kicking my butt. And I don't know if I even like the game because of playing it solo experience. Now, might be a me problem, might be a game problem, but it's a problem for me. So, all that being said, it's not going to get a BGM accepted seal. It's fine. The dice rolling is fun. And had it been a little more time, maybe 30, 45 second time limit, I would feel better about that. Even if you get 4 rolls and then you're done, I would feel better about that. But the 20 seconds, man, it was too brutal. I felt like I was never accomplishing anything. I played like 8 games, and I played the first deck box 4 times just to get past it because I couldn't do anything. I'd get through all of phase 1, I'd get to phase 2, then I'd die. You have to go back to phase 1 when you die because I didn't have any parry tokens. It was brutal. It was bad. So I don't love that. So it might be something that you're into. It might be what the video game does. Again, I haven't played the video game. I don't know. But I don't know. It felt too difficult for as random as the game is because you're at the mercy of dice already. Now I'm at the mercy of dice and the way the cards flip and a 20-second timer. Playing this with 10 seconds? No way. No way. Maybe I'm just bad. Maybe I'm daft. Maybe I just don't understand. But man, I would give me 5 rolls. Done. Give me 4 rolls, or give me 20 seconds and then 2 more rolls after, or something. I don't know. I just can't. I don't function that well in the real-time aspect of it. That could just be my problem, but it just felt way too brutal. If I have to play the first game, if I get all the way to phase 3 in the first one and I die and I have to go back to the beginning, that's rough, and that's not fun to me, but maybe it's fun to you. So that is Cuphead, fast-rolling dice game from the Op. I'm Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics. And as always, keep gaming.